So as you go through the process of creating a request for quotation, it's important to keep an eye on the status of that event. And you can do that from your dashboard. So here I can see all my active events that I've got going on in Procurement Pal. So I can see what's going on with the request for quotation here. I can see for this particular event both supplier 21 and supplier 23 have gone through and actually supplied me a quote. So they've RSVP'd to say yes, they want to compete, and now they've submitted a bid for that piece of business. So I know that they have completed what they need to do and supplied a bid for me, which I can analyse later. For supplier 22, I can see that they've been invited and they're awaiting supplier onboarding. This means they are waiting to supply further information. So I know that I don't need to chase these two suppliers by phone, by email, by message, but I do need to speak to this supplier potentially because they haven't supplied their bid yet for that piece of business. As we go through, you'll see this update as they supply their bid. So I'll just do that quickly now. We'll get that supplier to bid. And this will update automatically after the supplier has bid for this piece of business. So we'll just see what happens here and see if we can get a supplier to supplier 22 to bid on this lot as well, so we can complete. There you go. So that's changed automatically. You can see I didn't need to click any buttons there at all. I've now had all suppliers for this RFQ come back and supply a bid for this piece of business. So I now know I can go through and analyse their replies. And to go through and analyse what the suppliers have come forth with in terms of bid, you can see that you've got the event overview and you've got the event report. The event report will update as you go through the event. So the event report will show you information about the supplier bids even though the event has not completed. So I can see which suppliers are leading this request for quotation. Now, in this particular example, we made this all about price. It doesn't need to be like that. It can be about lead time and payment terms and quality and brand, reputation, whatever you want to include. You can include it within the Procurement Pal event. So in this particular example, it was about price. I can see that supplier 23 has been ranked 1 of 3 in this example because they were able to supply a bid of £13.80 per square metre, which is a saving of £1.20 per square metre from the qualification price, which was the price that we asked the suppliers to reach to get under. So you can see that we've actually saved £1.20 per square metre against the qualification price. So that will conclude the request for quotation. Again, all the information that you supplied to the suppliers that are quoting for this, all given the same information, all given the same variables and specifications and messaging, so everyone's on an equal playing field, and it's completely auditable and traceable as a process, so you can be safe in the mind that the right process is being followed when going out to deal with suppliers. If there's any questions about this video, please contact Dan at procurementpal.com.